Education is the great equalizer. This quote is by Horace Mann, the first American advocate of public education. Education policies are the driving force of the American education system, and they work to correct some of the social injustices that exist in education. First, I will begin by explaining where education policies are made. Then, I will go on to list a few of the education policies that have been passed. And finally, we will discuss some of the injustices that these policies work to correct. Now, as a future public servant in the area of law, I have studied many policies and laws like the ones that we'll be discussing today. Before we get into specific policies, let's discuss where these policies are made. The Department of Education is the federal agency that is responsible for creating education policies. This is according to the Department of Education's official website. Now, the Obama administration is the ultimate authority over the Department of Education. The DOE creates the education policies that are then adopted by the states across the union. Now that you know a little more about where education policies are made, let's get into some specific policies that have been passed. The two policies that have been passed by the Department of Education include the Teacher Initiative Fund and the CCSS Initiative. First, the Teacher Initiative Fund is an initiative pushed by the Obama administration to increase the performance of teachers in the classroom. This is according to the Department of Education's official website. Now, according to Atlanta Public Schools' official website, Georgia is among the states that has adopted this particular policy. Second, the CCSS, or Common Core State Standards Initiative, is an initiative that works as an equalizer. It seeks to create an equal quality of education across the nation for students. This is also according to the Department of Education. Now, according to the DC Public Schools official website, Washington, D.C. is among the states that has adopted this particular policy. And these are just a few education policies that have been passed currently. Now let's get into the social injustices that these policies work to correct. There exists a racial disparity in education, as reported on by the American Association of Psychology, the American Psychology Association, in its article on ethnic and racial disparities in education. The racial inequality in education is a pattern which follows that African Americans, Southeast Asians, and Latinos underperform Caucasians and other Asian Americans in academics. This disparity has been linked to early childhood education. Also, education disparities exist in graduation rates and in students who are in gifted programs. This reveals a failure to cultivate academic talent across the races in education. As you can see, there still exist problems that the education policies have to address when it comes to equality and social injustices. I hope that this speech has helped you to understand a little more about where education policies are made, some current education policies that have been created, and the social injustices that these policies work to correct. Education policies are the driving force of education in America, and they work to correct some of the social injustices that exist. If education is indeed the great equalizer, then you now have the information to be informed about the policies that are affecting the progress of your community. Thank you.